I will show you how we work with the Great Parrot because there is a lot of ways to work with it. Before we started with the Great Parrot, we had the analysis of the samples we took, and before we had the results, we had to wait one and a half week. And now, this is Great Parrot's biggest benefit. You have a live image of what we are doing right now in the process. With this dashboard, it's only saying the target material is above the specification, is 94%. Is it above it? It's green. Is it below it? It's red. So it's not good. Then the team leader can decide, I want to put a hand picker on that stream. Also, you can see this is a trend line. This is then the last 12 hours. You can change it, half an hour or 8 hours, your own shift. Also, if you can see this one, is the residue line. Start here, it's stable, but after a couple of while, then it will decline. So there could be contamination in installation. This is our residue line. The pink color is residue. The gray color is paper. Those combined is what we see as residue. Then the colors above, the green, the blues and the yellows, those are plastics or recyclables we had to put out earlier in the process. As you can see here, this was the morning shift. I asked the team leader, please do nothing in the installation. Do not clean, only process. 6 o'clock they started. After 4 hours you can see that the amount of plastics increases in the residue line. So we knew there is something going on in the installation. Second test was the late shift. I asked them, please clean the installation every 2 hours, every 1 hour, depending on which machine it was. You can see immediately the result, because now we had less plastics in the residue. So our whole cleaning structure changed because of this. Also, we can use the Great Parrot for optimization. This is the same line, the residue line. Before the optimization, it looked like this. You can see here, we're still above the red line. We're still producing as the norm, but the mix was better. So also we use it for optimization. Another case is process deviation. What we see here is the PE line. The pink one is target material. The other color is contamination. You can see here, till 10 o'clock, there was nothing going wrong. After 10 o'clock, it dropped. What happened? Operator looked at it. There was a blockage on the valve. This residue again, what you see here, the yellow one is the tetra. You can see it is increasing over there. What happened? There was a light, a near light was broken down. So after the cleaning stop we have every shift, the light was replaced, calibrated, and this was the result. What you see here is the amount of tetra in the residue. The amount of the tetra is increasing. But if you see here, the residue decrease. So the composition will also change. But if you also look at the tonnage, the composition is increasing, but also the amount of tetra is increasing. So then you know there is a problem in the tetra line. Then we use this image as an operational component, because in one eye you can see is there something wrong or not. So also the operator and the team leader will also look at this image. Also, if I want to do some tests, if I want to see a trend line in a couple of months, I use also this one to see a long time period. Together with Great Parrot we made this one. And this is the residue line. I told you before that was the yellow, that was the tetra. You can see here the same amount in tetra in the residue line. This one you can see here in tonnage and the same screen. We add the infeed because every scanner we have can speak with each other to calculate it back what is output is input. So we know exactly how much tetra is going in. If you see here a change and also in there, then you can know if there's a problem or is there just more tetra. And then we overfeeding the tetra net is also a possibility. Also, it's very important, is there more tetra in the tetra line or is there less tetra in the tetra line? Because if here is more tetra and there is less, there can also be a problem in the tetra. So we combine those two. At least, this is the quality of the tetra. Is there also a change? You also can see it in this one screen. We have all the alerts you want to see at the tetra in one screen. Then at last, we also have the summary of your whole batch. And then you have a summary of what we did and on that time period. And that is what you can do with a time label. Then you know exactly this is in, this is coming out.